the Taylor Dillon Show with your guest host, Q.
Hi. Sorry, I always have to pause it. Anywho, so on today's episode, we are going to talk about
Rats.
Cats, the musical, how I hate it.
I thought we were talking about Rats, the musical.
Oh, are we talking about
yeah,
Rats?
Rats, the musical. Not Cats, the musical. Yeah.
Okay. No. So we're going to talk about episode 2 of RuPaul's Drag Race season 2. Well, series 2, if
Series, because over in the UK there's series, not season.
Yeah, exactly. So let's start with a quick recap of what happened last week. The queens entered, introduced themselves, they got pictures. For the mini challenge, Lawrence Chaney won the photo challenge.
And look on her.
It was gorgeous with the yellow and it was campy.
Yeah.
I love it. And then for the main challenge / runway, they have to present two outfits. One is to represent, their hometown, and the other is, what's the other one?
The other one was gay icons.
Gay icons, yes.
Gay
and
icons.
The winner of that challenge is Tina Mandela. And unfortunately, my Joe Black, still miss you. I still think you were robbed. Went home. So, moving on to this week's episode, Rats, the Rusical. Okay, just gonna put it out there. I hate the musical Cats. As a musical theater person, I should not be.
Cats.
I hate it. Do not care for it.
I like it.
It's so weird and just like it's.
I like it if you just take it as, a dancing show and not try and find the storyline in it.
I tried that, and guess what? I still fell asleep watching it live in the front row, and I woke up when Grisabella was dying. But anywho, so they had like a small mini challenge where they have to, vote. For 4 positions. One is for the Secretary of Shade, the Trade Minister, Lord of Loading It Up, and Baroness Basic. So for but before we tell them who got what, who would you vote for those 4?
Okay, so I'd never even heard of this whole trade minister thing, trade, until this season. All of a sudden everyone's talking about, who's the trade of the season? And I was like, what does that even mean, the trade of the season?
They talked about it in season 11.
Yeah, see, I never really heard
12.
That. I guess I just never paid attention.
I mean, they called Vanjie trade.
Yeah.
I mean, so. Okay, anywho.
Who is the shadiest out of all of them?
That you think?
Case, I think, is pretty shady.
Mine is Ahura.
Ahura is very shady.
How about the trade of the season? I'm gonna be biased on on that one because I have a crush on him. Veronica Green.
Yeah, Veronica's definitely high up.
I mean, he's on the Twinkie side, but he's adorable. How about the cockiest?
Lawrence Chaney.
Mine was Astina. How about basic?
Tia.
I agree.
Tia's
Okay.
very basic, but she makes it work.
Still basic.
Yeah.
So, the queens voted Ahura as the Secretary of Shade, Tace as the Trade Minister, and we're gonna talk about something else later. Lawrence Chaney is the Lord of Loading It Up, and Tia Coffee is the Baroness Basic. And because they all voted Tia as the Basic, she was the one who got to be the leader of the main challenge, which is the Rats musical, where she has to cast the musicals. So going back to Trade Minister, Tace and Ahura seemed like they've dated before, and it's more than just date. I think they kai before.
Just a casual fling.
Or maybe, friends with benefits, so,
Maybe.
but other than that, let's move on, because their backstory is kind of boring.
Yeah.
So they cast the show, Astina took on the role of Jane. She volunteered for it. Veronica fought for the role of the Evita Von Fleece against Cherry Valentine.
So they were combining not just Cats but other Andrew Lloyd Webber musical elements into the show, or at least for that character.
Tia was Specimen 1, which is based off Grisabella,
Yes.
the glamorous cat who is dying. And then the rest are basically ensemble.
Yeah. Like the trios and stuff.
Yeah.
The Rat Pack.
The Rat Pack, and then there's Dame Judy Dench, or Judy Stench, or something like that.
Something like that.
That Ginny, no other cast member, unless Joe Black is there, would play that role.
Justice.
Yes, definitely. Let's talk about the challenge itself.
So I didn't really get rats from their look. Like their looks were very cat-like almost.
That's kind of the point.
But they were supposed to be rats. But
I mean, I got Estina. She was a pet rat, and they thought that the owner died. But let's talk about Veronica.
Miss Green.
Yes, as Evita Von Fleece.
I enjoyed Veronica's performance. I enjoyed her as Miss Von Fleece.
As Miss Von Fleece.
Yes, I enjoyed her.
Once again, I'm gonna be biased because I'm a fan. So hopefully, when this episode goes up, we can tag her. So I'm a fan. And Joe Black, I'm a fan. I was living for it. Like, oh my effing god, living.
I will say these UK girls do better in these challenges than the US girls do.
Oh, that's because UK girls
They try
sing.
and make it. Well, not only that, but they really try and make the thing look like it's a cohesive performance versus the US girls where they're just trying to outshine each other.
Well, that's kind of the point. That is the difference between the drag style in the US and the drag style in the UK.
Okay.
But I want to see Miss Veronica Green play Loco Chanel in Everybody's Talking About Jamie, a role that Bianca Del Rio had played before.
She did a great job at it.
Oh, I bet. Like, and if she does,
You gonna fly to London and go see her?
oh yeah, with Vinegar Strokes.
Oh,
Woo! I mean, Vinegar Strokes is already,
she's already in it.
well, she's still in it.
Is she?
Unfortunately, it's shut down right
Yeah.
now. And Michelle Visage as the teacher again. Yes.
That'd be fun to watch.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about my favorites so far. Astina, she made it work as the young ingenue.
She did make it work.
And although some parts of it, like some pitchy moments,
Yeah.
but
But I mean, a lot of these girls are not actually trained singers.
yeah,
They
but
get to
she
work with the
claims
vocal
that she
coach.
can sing it.
Yeah. Well, I've noticed it's always ones who claim that they can do it that don't really excel in that challenge. The
Yeah.
bigger they boast, the harder they fall when it actually, happens.
Ellie,
The ones that are quiet about what they can do, that tend to do really good in the challenge because they.
Lawrence Chaney was quiet about that, and we'll talk about
Yeah.
Lawrence Chaney later.
More on that
However, let's move on to Ellie. She was giving me Ben de la Creme realness,
She had a very Ben de la Creme vibe in her.
especially
performance.
in that season 6 episode where they have to do oh no you better don't.
Yeah.
Oh no, she better don't. Like she was giving me that vibe. However, the attitude was different. It's a little bit more sassy because that's what the character is asking for. So yeah.
She's a sassy girl. I like her.
Yes.
She's fun to watch.
Sorry, distracted.
She is fun to watch up there, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Let's talk about Bimini.
Bimini is, I mean, the only thing I really don't like about Bimini is her interview look. It's just a little too, I don't know, it doesn't quite seem to fit her, but her attitude is very fun to watch. Her what she brings to the show is really enjoyable.
Okay, just because we're talking about Bimini, she also announced to the world, she came out that she's non-binary, so I'm gonna call Bimini or they, unless there is another pronoun that they want to use. But for now, I'm gonna refer to Bimini as Bimini.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Cherry Valentine. She, from the get-go, was upset that she didn't get the role of Evita Von Fleece. But she said she'll make it work, but she didn't because she was so focused on that she has to carry sister, and Lawrence. That she has to make sure that their performance is up to the level. Yes, you can get choreography easy. You can hold a note, you can't sing. But at the same time, it's still a competition, girl.
Yeah, you shouldn't be worrying so much about the others can or can't do. You should be focusing on yourself.
Even in regular musical theater or theater itself, if you're in a show, do not worry about the other people. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing.
Yes, you can help the other people out, but don't spend all your energy focusing on
exactly, especially during show.
Yeah. Because it'll just pull your performance down.
Definitely. But yeah, that's what I got, especially on her close-ups. It was just like, you can tell in her face that she's more focused on sister, and Lawrence Chaney.
Well, I don't really think Lawrence Chaney, I know she was struggling with the challenge, but she did a good job when push comes to shove.
Yeah, because she made it work. Her accent, she made her accent really strong as a Scottish, with that Scottish accent.
Yeah.
She sang, which is great for that type of character that she was playing. So she made it work.
She made it her strengths.
Exactly. Let's move on to Taze.
She was good.
She flubbed some lines.
She didn't stand out to me.
Yeah.
I don't really remember her performance, so I mean that means it wasn't bad. It just wasn't good enough to.
It's like, who was she again? It's Ginny. Oh, as I said, Dame Judi Stench.
Ginny is awesome.
But what I hated about it is she reminds me so much of Old Deuteronomy.
Yeah.
That costume. It's not rats, it's cats.
Yeah, it was a very big.
Yeah, that mane. So, but I love the campiness. Also, if you mess up a line, don't say oops. But if you do, make sure that it's in character like she did.
Now, do you suppose that the girls actually had to create their own costumes, or do you think the costumes?
I think the costumes were provided.
Provided for them.
Yes.
They just had to create their makeup look and stuff, and maybe their accessories or whatever.
Yes, I think the wig and the costumes were provided.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
because
she might not have had a choice in that look of what she was wearing.
Yeah, but the makeup.
Yeah.
It's still old. It's still very Old Deuteronomy. It's not. It's not rat.
It didn't have that feminine quality of.
Well, she doesn't have the feminine quality in the first place.
True, but it had the more masculine Old Deuteronomy look to it.
Yes.
Okay.
Sister, another one that I was like, meh, it's a mediocre performance.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't blown away. I wasn't. It was
enjoyable but not memorable.
It's not even enjoyable. It's just like very meh. It's like, it's yeah.
And I mean, I'm sure a lot of the girls, they stress out because they're not, a lot of them are not performers in that sense, so they kind of.
Honestly, in that pack, that she didn't stand out at all. Lawrence stand out because of her rising to, using her own strength, and Cherry Valentine stood out because she was so worried about the other two.
Yeah.
So,
See, she shouldn't have worried so much about the other girls and should have focused more on what she was actually doing up there.
Exactly. And
because unless Rue had said you're going to be judged with your, as a group with your counterpart,
exactly,
you're going to be solo judged, so you kind of stand out.
How about Ahura?
I like Ahura. She's.
I had a problem with her enunciation, with her rap.
Yeah.
It was. I shouldn't be clocking her for enunciation, because even when I'm in shows sometimes, I have a hard time enunciating some words.
Was it her enunciation or just her accent that threw you?
Her enunciation. I'm like, what? Well, I have to replay multiple times just to understand the words she was saying.
It is funny because sometimes even with the closed captioning on, it doesn't quite catch the words properly.
Exactly.
It gives you the wrong word. Like, that's not what they said.
Exactly. So.
Yeah.
And then we get into Tia Specimen 1. It was... Okay, obviously there is... If you are going to say that you are not a look queen, not a dancing queen, not a sing queen, you are all of them.
Yeah, you're a performer.
Bring it. You did on half level. Come on, you lived up to that basic name.
The one thing
at least it's my opinion. I'm not a judge, but I don't know.
The thing that threw me on Tia's was her costume itself, because of the big hump that you could see, and then when that comes off and it's like, okay, they're supposed to be like wings.
No, it's ear.
It's
an ear.
An ear on the back of her.
But as
back, like,
it's not her fault.
Yeah.
That costume.
No, but she seemed to have a hard time trying to figure out how to work the costume.
But my problem is, it's based off Grisabella's death.
Yeah.
Grisabella's death. As I said, I hate cats, but that death is iconic.
Now, tell me, her crawling off stage, did that bring back some memories to you? Did that trigger some Sweeney Todd memories of getting your throat slit and having to crawl off stage because your chair wasn't working?
I wasn't crawling though, I walked.
You walked. Very zombie-like off the stage.
But
that was probably like what made her stand out in that performance. Was just
crawling off stage. That was probably the best part. She sounded okay.
Yeah.
She chose the role for herself.
Yeah.
So she made it work.
She sounded good.
But and Michelle Visage was the vocal coach, and
she called in her vocal coach.
Well, she
was the judge who was in charge of the vocal portion.
Yeah. But she was coaching too.
Yeah, she was trying to coach him. Rumor has it Michelle used to sing.
Rumor has that she used to be in a group in the 90s. To make things right.
They play their songs occasionally at work. They'll play it in the background. It's like, we're having a Michelle Visage day.
And honestly, she was kind of spot on when she was coaching. I'm not a vocal coach. I can hear tones, I can hear notes. You learn a lot of that, even if you're not fully trained.
Not a singer, you can hear that.
Yeah,
you can sometimes hear when people are off or pitchy.
Exactly, especially when you've done shows.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the main runway.
Runway. So, to my understanding, this runway, surprise, surprise,
Hey,
is supposed to be
that's my Korean barbecue. It says the Q.
Dongkyu.
No, da Q.
Dongkyu. My understanding was that this was supposed to be like a reveal. Like
Called
surprise. Like, you know, a two looks in one kind of a thing reveal.
But I kind of want to talk about the guest judge
Okay.
first. I mean, the guest judge was Sheridan Smith, who she originated the role of Elle Woods in the West End. She was in the Huntsman Winter's War movie with Chris Hemsworth. She was in the TV musical series called Gallivant that ABC, why did you cancel?
That was a cute show.
She was Audrey in Little Shop of Horrors in the West End. She was Hedda Gabler in Hedda Gabler. She was Fanny Bryce in the West End, and she was also most recently she was the narrator in Josephine Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. So she has a good you know, she is amazing
West End girl.
yes, amazing, you know, resume under her belt.
Yeah.
So she's the perfect judge for Rats, the musical.
Definitely.
But surprise, surprise. Let's talk about Ahura.
Ahura. So, I thought it was a cute concept. Going from the groom to the bride.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to figure out why her hat was so tall when she came in, and I was very impressed with the fact that she could take off the hat and not have the wig and everything get all disheveled as she's taking it off. Like some of the girls, you know, you would expect they're taking off something like that, you would think that the wig is going to end up coming off with it or some other malfunction.
Yeah, but you know, if it's something tailored to that, if it's not going to,
yeah,
you know. So I did like it. It was cute.
It's a cute concept.
It was cute.
Yeah,
that's all I can say. It's cute. How about Lawrence Chaney? She was the next one. She came out with sequined white and blue interpretation of the Scottish flag, and then she tried to pull her pants. Oh wait, no, that's not where it goes. She undid her sleeves and boom, a tartan dress.
I think it was a very cute interpretation of doing a breakaway and using your comedy skills to kind of make it work. Versus the whole typical, you know, of the pulling off the pants and everything. Like she pulled off the top and boom, the dress comes in.
Yeah.
So she kind of put in her comedy skills to work in that. As the judges though said, it was a little predictable that she was going to come out in a tartan.
Yeah.
But again, she's playing to her Scottish side of it, so it worked. It was a very cute look on her. I did like the dress. I wish the dress had kind of folded down a little bit better than it did, because it was kind of getting caught in her pants a little bit, but it was cute.
Yeah, and I love that. I'll show you my shag pipe later. It's like, oh, okay. She's biting back, and I love it.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. Next up, we have Jeannie Lemon.
Jeannie Lemon. So I thought it was a very cute look of having her reveal be the same exact outfit. Remove the jacket, and underneath it is the dress to match the jacket. So it's like, surprise, it's the exact same outfit. And then she takes the jacket off and turns around.
I'm not amused with the shoes. This is the third episode of CarCast. Y'all know that I have obsession with shoes. Hello, bears.
So you didn't like her Crocs that she was still wearing?
Why? Michelle didn't even clock her for that. Like,
I
why?
think Crocs are just kind of part of her look. It's part of her campiness, but...
If you're gonna do that, make sure... might as well wear wooden clogs.
And
Like,
maybe she figured everyone would be too busy laughing at her hairy butt that was sticking out of the back of her dress to not pay attention to her shoes.
moving on to Cherry Valentine.
So
I was bored. Like,
her reveal was just that she has the word reveal.
no, it says gender.
Gender reveal. So she pulls off her one outfit and just showing that she's pregnant.
Yeah, it was boring.
It was boring.
The hair was very...
Hello.
Oh, I'm sorry. The hair was kind of like Kris Jenner basic.
Yeah.
Honestly.
It was, and my thing is, like, because she was so mad about the challenge, she should have stepped up her game for the surprise portion.
Yeah, but if she didn't bring anything that has a different surprise.
Yeah, if she doesn't have a 2-in-1 type reveal look.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just very lackluster. It was very disappointing.
Yeah. I was already disappointed when she was trying to fight to get that role. I'm like, girl, I can't sing. Give it to Veronica.
It was the one who can sing.
Exactly. Moving on, because I really don't know. We have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Cherry later. But Tia,
see, I liked Tia's dress that she went into. I mean, it was a very basic look, but it was a fun kind of reveal for her. But the judges did not like the dress.
sorry. Excuse me. Ooh, what the hell is going on here? Why are the wires hanging down? Okay. Anywho, I like the first outfit.
You like the first
It
outfit?
came out, you know, as a kind of like a printed picture of a hairy man's torso, and then leather daddy looking, and then it's very costumey. It's very low budget college production of Annie Get Your Gun.
Yeah, that's pretty much what like the judges were also kind of getting at. Like,
And then at least wear the proper boots, not open toe.
yeah.
You know, if you.
But I mean, she's kind of living up to her basic queen look in this episode, because she's like, you voted me basic queen, so I'm gonna be basic. Like, but I mean, some of them didn't even really like. Some of the people online did not like her first suit for her Alan Turing costume. They just thought it was too costumey, and you can buy it from a costume shop over in the UK. So
You can, but can you buy? Like really? Like, can you buy that fabric?
yeah,
I think that was the custom fabric, because it's the binary code for
yeah.
love.
So yeah, I mean, it was a basic look on her. It definitely wasn't a, oh my god, this is so amazing, what you did kind of a look, but, you know, it was cute.
And the hair, it's like, girl, it didn't even shake it.
No.
It's like you just grabbed it from the wig store and like, oh, I put it on my head. Like,
Yeah.
it's like
Which
you're
is
in
also
RuPaul's
what
Drag
the-
Race, man.
It's also what the judges were saying, that it was very just shake out of the bag kind of.
Yeah, exactly. You're in RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah.
Step your pussy up.
Yeah.
Wear a lace front, girl.
Yes. Especially since you won't be on in HD. Where
Exactly. Up next, Ellie Diamond, the other Scottish queen.
The Scottish queen.
Once again, she was giving me Ben de la Creme realness, but this one I was living for, because she came out as a scarecrow, and then boom, reveal. Oh, Tin Man. Boom, reveal the Cowardly Lion. I'm like, holy
She gave him
motherfucking god!
3 looks, and it was.
I was like,
It
yes.
was awesome.
This is like, ooh, but kids, that's how you do a surprise category.
The thing that got to me on that one was that you could not tell from looking at it that there were 3 costumes under that.
Exactly.
Like, I went back and had to rewatch it to watch that reveal, and it wasn't like you could tell she had 3 costumes stacked in there. It looked like it was just one costume, and then boom, second costume looked like, okay, that was it, and then boom, third costume comes into play.
Yeah, this is how you do
That was definitely a
reveals.
surprise.
Alyssa Edwards.
I think the only thing that would have made it better is somehow if she could have fit a Dorothy costume under all that as well, but it was good.
And then just pull Toto from her pussy.
Yeah, exactly. But it was good. I enjoyed it. And Ellie is adorable as a boy as well.
Yeah.
He has that little, he looks like he could have been a football player type of a look to him.
Except, the attitude is very Twinkie.
Yeah. The attitude is very Twinkie, but the look itself.
Yeah. So, moving on to Miss Estina Mandela. I was bored. She came out with that big hood and then...
So,
I'm getting...
And I'll say it again. Wearing a coat or wearing a hood does not constitute as a first look.
She looked like the monks in Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Yeah, that's not a first look. If you're gonna have that as your first look, you better have a really amazing second look you're hiding underneath.
Yeah, but it was
Into the Woods when the witch goes from the cloak on to boom, gorgeous gown kind of a thing. You need to have a whole transformation.
But she did not have that. It was...
And then it's okay, she's wearing a mask. So she's in the bathing suit number and a mask. That was her look.
I mean, I understand what she's trying to get to.
Yeah.
She's trying to put in some anime video game thing to it. But girl, that's pretty basic.
And then she takes off the mask.
She takes off
face underneath.
I mean, that prosthetics was great.
The prosthetics was great.
But is there anything else?
Yeah. It really wasn't two looks. She really needed something over that outfit entirely if she was going to go into that as her final look.
Exactly.
Because the cloak, the hooded cloak is not a first look.
Yeah.
It was boring. It was pedestrian.
Let's go to Sister. The first look I didn't care for. It was very costumey. It's something that you would find at a costume shop, and it has the look and feel of satin, but it's actually polyester. And then boom, that reveal with the fake tattoos, bodysuit. It's just oh, yes, mistress.
Very dominatrix.
Hell yeah. And then before she left the stage, that wig came off, and then even the head had the fake tattoos.
See, that was a clever idea. Boring first look, but a great second look, and then a surprise element onto her reveal was just kind of made it where it was not a boring thing to watch as Estina was.
Who?
Exactly.
Let's move on to Veronica Green. You talk first. No. I want to hear your thing on this one before I chime in.
It was a very clever idea. At first, much like Michelle, was trying to figure out the wig line, and then when she revealed the thing, it was oh, okay, that is very clever. Very the Stepford Wives, the very prim and proper, and then going into the whole robotic type thing. Which I was trying to figure out because at first I'm she looks very plastic and stiff up there, and then it all made sense when she did her reveal into her robot look that she had.
I was expecting it. When she came out with that tray of gingerbread cookies, I was oh, Stepford Wives. Oh, she's gonna be a robot.
A very robotic robot.
I mean, don't get me wrong. That robot, that paint on her as a robot was stunning. But
gorgeous.
You know me, I love my Veronica Green, but that was kind of expected.
Yeah, it was expected, but it was still well done. It was still well put together.
Sorry, Ellie, that 3 looks.
Well, yes. I mean, you can't really compare to Ellie's 3 looks, but when compared to Estina,
who
exactly, that look was very well put together.
Let's go to Taze.
Taze is she's not quite doing it for me. She's a gorgeous girl, but she's just kind of boring to watch right now.
I said it last week, and I'll say it again. Taze still. I'm still waiting for Taze to show up.
Yeah. I mean, she's gorgeous to look at, but she's just kind of boring to watch. And she's not giving
I mean, she came out with that red jacket. Reveal to a red bodysuit. Oh, wait, no, girl. Like, why is your cincher showing? Why is it black?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, at least when Ginny did her whole reveal into the same outfit, that was clever because it was the exact same outfit.
yeah, and then,
So
another surprise!
That's what kind of made that whole look fun, where she was like, surprise! I'm wearing the exact same thing underneath. Haha. That made it fun, but like, I'm wearing a jacket, I pull it off into a bodysuit. It's just kind of like, okay.
And then the blood in the mouth. Wait, I've
Yeah.
seen that before. Oh, Sharon Needles!
Yeah.
Like,
And especially since the blood in the mouth didn't really seem to go with the outfit at all.
yeah, because it's the same color.
Yeah.
I mean, close up, you can see the blood spatter on her face and in her wig,
Yeah.
which is gorgeous. But it's
Yeah.
only on close up.
Needed
Like,
a little bit more.
you know, I mean, I'm sure if we tag them here and then they start watching this, they're gonna clock us for it. I'm like, you're not doing it. Like, no, it's our opinion as the viewer on what we see on TV.
As you, for you as the character, not you as the person.
Not you as the person, but
you as the character that you are portraying in this reality show. Because let's face it, that's really what they are doing, is they are playing characters up there.
Well, as soon as you put on that face in that wig,
Yeah.
you are playing a character.
Playing a character.
You know, like, I mean, when I did drag for a show and my wig fell off, I just kept on.
Yeah.
And Miss Raj during intermission was asked, "Oh, was that planned?" I'm like, "Girl, I was drunk. I didn't give a shit."
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So
Make it work.
exactly, make it work. But if the bodysuit had been just one color and there's no the waves are high, and there is no sheer element to it, maybe she would have gotten away with wearing the black cincher underneath,
Yeah.
or a corset, or she could have just wore a red corset.
Michelle hates to see the undergarments, which I understand. It can be very upsetting at times when you can see this, when you see behind the curtain of how the magic is being put together. Right?
Exactly. I mean, for us theater folks, it's no magic. Yeah, exactly. But if you're so immersed into, into the magic that of the illusion that you're being given, and then you see, oh, it's so distracting.
Yeah.
It's so distracting. However, that was boring.
Yeah.
The wig was great.
Wig was great, but the overall look was just kind of...
Yeah, it was very boring. It's like,
It's kind of wah-wah.
I'm waiting for Taste to show up. Moving on to Bimini.
Bimini Bambulash.
The wig and the gloves, stunning. It was giving me high fashion 60s mod look. Even that canvas corset. And then the fail.
So her whole thing was popping balloons on her.
So the balloons were supposed to be full of paint. Unfortunately, it looked like the paint dried up.
Yeah, before she got to the stage. So it just kind of clumped.
Not even clumped. It's just like it didn't even came out. Some of them didn't even come out.
Yeah.
Like, what she could have done as a backup though was come out with a water gun.
Spray activate her paint.
No. Oh, hey, Daddy. No, but she could have hidden dye powder in her corset.
Yeah.
And then as soon as that water hits the corset, boom, you'll have the color. That could have been the surprise.
Could have been.
But I understand they don't have, much time to think things,
Yeah.
especially if they've tried it before and it worked, except this time it didn't.
Yeah.
So, as she said, it was a massive fail on her part.
So watching, like going back and watching it, you can kind of tell in the editing that the producers weren't really impressed with Bimini. And a lot of people are probably going to be like, well, no, that's probably just coincidental. But as I say, when you watch the girls when they enter, the girls get a nice, shot of them in front of the entrance, and it has their name on it and everything. Bimini just like walked on stage. There was no big look of here she is. There was no name down below of Bimini Bambulash. It was just boom, enter the stage. And I was like, yeah, you can tell the producers were just not impressed with her, that they didn't even give her that nice edit.
Oh, I can't even flip this, but
No.
hold on. Let me show you guys the waves.
I think she's wanting to show the cute boy.
Oh, well, that's kind of a given, but god damn it. Sorry.
Gotta wait till we're back in the...
But anywho, yeah, it was good, but as I said, it was kind of a fail.
It was a fail. Maybe
Bottom-
we could have done better.
Bottom two was for Taste and Cherry Valentine, and the song was Memory from Cats, which I was like, why are you torturing me?
They don't like you. Because they wanted to fit it in with the cat theme.
Well, yeah, I understand that, but they could have done Rum Tum Tugger.
Yeah.
Honestly, and it's more fun than Memory.
Because, Memory is one of those songs where you just kind of have to stand there and emote versus being able to actually move and perform.
I mean, granted, Rum Tum Tugger was sung by a boy,
Yeah. But still, it could work. Or Mungle Jerry and Rumple Teaser or something,
Or if they really want to do it, they could have
There's another
the
one
Starlight
like that.
Express.
Yeah, some of the girls definitely overall, they just did not nail this surprise element of the challenge.
The best surprise probably was I hate to say it, but Ginny was one, and of course Ellie.
Yeah, and I think Ginny's it worked for the quirkiness of the reveal one outfit and it's the same exact outfit, and then turn around and she has the whole butt flap cut out of her dress.
Yeah.
Which just kind of gave it her little cheeky send-off, as it were.
Ooh, pizza. And that little itty bitty.
Yeah, a little brick oven type. But overall, I mean...
Oh, we forgot to say who the winner was. The winner was, it was kind of a given. It was Veronica Green, my girl.
Yeah.
If ever you're in Hawaii.
Who was in the bottom we said was...
Taste and Cherry. Ooh, he's red.
Cherry. Which is sad because a lot of the UK girls were like, Cherry better be in the finale. We're rooting for Cherry, and then Cherry goes home right away. So that was kind of sad because apparently she does have a very big fan base over there in the UK. So
apparently,
but yeah, she just kind of she got it in her head that she
didn't get the
she wanted.
Exactly. So. And it's one of those things that if you auditioned for a show and you didn't get the part that you wanted, but you're still in the goddamn show, make it fucking work.
Yeah. And I know too many performers who do that. They don't get the role that they want, so they just kind of like, I'm not even going to try. And it's like, well, then don't take the role.
Exactly. You don't even
need in this. You don't have a choice. You have to take a role.
Exactly.
You got to make it work. You got to.
Don't try not to focus on what the other people around you are doing.
Exactly.
Because they might be doing something that's totally related to the character that they're playing and not related to your character.
We've seen plenty of these times where the girls got a role that they didn't want, and it was a small role, and boom, they made it work and won the challenge off of this role that they didn't particularly want. And, I mean, prime example when Silky season. Silky got the teen angel as Oprah Winfrey,
and
and she
she's
didn't
like,
want it.
she didn't want it, and she made it work. Boom.
45 seconds of airtime, and she won the challenge because she was so memorable.
And she was, I mean, I'm not a fan of Silky, but
she made it work.
She made it work. I was so in love with that character that she played that, you know.
Yeah, and I mean, she did not want the role at first. But,
exactly.
Yeah, so you just kind of got to make it. You got to make it work.
But why memory? All right, hold on, here. Waves. Woohoo!
Waves across the shore.
Yeah, beautiful, isn't it? Oh, and of course the boys are given. So.
All right, so next week, rumors are flying, I'm sure. So what's gonna go down?
What are they doing next week?
I don't remember what next week's challenge is for them. They said, right? But I don't remember.
Oh my god, those waves.
I kind of want to just like pull over, just like the water.
Exactly, and just take a picture. But I cannot remember next week. Next week's episode. Me too. Like,
that's bad.
I remember. Next week though, CarCast will be filmed in 2 parts. So stay tuned because we'll be talking about RuPaul's Drag Race UK Series 2 Episode 3 and RuPaul's Drag Race Season 13 Episode 5? The Bag Ball. So we'll be talking about that. So there's gonna be part 1 UK, part 2 will be season 13. So there's gonna be a little intermission break for you to, you know, do some tap dancing naked or whatever you want to do. So yeah, stay tuned. Other than that, if you guys are watching, you know, in Hawaii, then yay, have a great day. Or if you guys are, well, it depends on when you guys watch this. So have a wonderful rest of the day. Oh my god, those waves. I wish I know how to swim and surf. Just have a great day. I was gonna say blessed day, but stay
highly favored.
No, you don't have to. What did she say? Like something about
stay hydrated, stay moisturized.
Yeah.
Yeah, Heidi in Closets commercials are fun.
Oh, the Olay one.
Stay moisturized.
Exactly. But yeah, so peace out.
Peace.